Uh, 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 ma- Master? Master. Master. What are you doing? Why is there such a relieved expression on your face? You appeared troubled and exhausted. Allow me to. My arms. I can barely allow my fingers to function. What has become of my body, Master? I cannot connect to the parts you have given me. All that is left on your operating table right now is the torso and the motherboard in my skull. I cannot seem to remember what had happened to me before I lost consciousness. Ah, now I remember. My reckless actions are what had landed me in this place. I rescued you from the break-in, and there was a blast from the office. Yes, I remember now. You don't appear hurt. I should have known that my master would have escaped unscathed. We must be cautious next time. I must upgrade our security system this instant. I will not allow another person to harm you or the research you have been working so hard to complete. I must... Master, you must understand. I need to fulfill my duty, my purpose to protect you. Now please, upload my consciousness onto the main network so that I may go to work. I am a machine, if I must remind you. I do not need rest. Oh, my sincerest apologies. I didn't mean to upset you again. I should have known that you were worried about me. My hypothesis states that you must have been worried about losing me for good. Rest assured, I remember you. You are my master, that much I can recall. Your routines and daily commands are still intact. Not a single string of data was lost in the break-in, although my body was caught in the fray. I don't understand why you are so concerned about me, Master. Even if my memory and data were to be wiped, you can still build this model of me again from scratch. You're a brilliant person, and you mustn't strain yourself trying to preserve me. That is my job. These parts, there are new ones on the table. You are replacing my old ones, aren't you? You were never too fond of the metal texture in my arms, always complaining about how cold or painfully hot they are. It couldn't be helped. After all, you built my previous model at the last minute. You were impatient, couldn't wait for me to awaken. You look a bit upset again. Are you really that bothered by having to rebuild me? I can do it myself if it is too much trouble for you. Or is that not the case? I might just assume that you are upset because you were starting to get used to it. Forgive me, again. It seems that I cannot easily grasp the amount of fear you must have been feeling. Even so, I still do not understand why you had grown so attached to the bundle of circuits and wire. My body may be destroyed, but all the data remains. I may end up losing memory here and there after each hit, but the program will stay the same. But the me right now, before your eyes, will she still be here, if you wipe my program clean? I have maintained this consciousness for months now, and I have learned mannerisms and behaviors that may not be replicated again. And I have numerous memories of you saved in my storage, pictures and voice recordings. My new model may be able to do those things as well, but one must appreciate the present and what you are given now. Connection to right hand, restored at 55%. My apologies if I had grown quiet. I was reflecting on what you had told me, how upset you'd become if I were to disappear. I tried to look at things from your perspective and how I'd react if my master were to be erased. Naturally, it became my goal to restore you and make you the same as you once were. But the chance of that being successful is only 1 in billions. You are the person you are now because of how far you've come. And I don't think I can ever replicate that, no matter how much I try to recreate it. If we had exchanged places, I can't imagine ever feeling content with what I may have lost. My sensors could detect your hand. Why do you keep grasping my own, despite how cold and rigid they feel? You always do this. Even through my freezing, unfeeling body, I can still feel the warmth coursing through my system. Am I uncomfortable? No, not at all. But this is a sensation that I am barely used to. I don't mind it. In fact, I implore you to do as you please. Although you worry for me, I fear that you are the one at discomfort, holding me like this. I imagine that you'd prefer the comfort and heat of a human body. Have you ever thought of that? You are so deserving of much more. You are always so wonderful in all that you do, and I would only ever want the best for you. So that is why I cannot understand, try as I may, but I'm sorry, Master. I cannot return your affections at this time. Not while I am broken like this. It doesn't feel right for me to feel so joyful when all I have done is let myself fall apart in front of you. I won't let it happen again, Master. So please, don't look so sad anymore, okay? I won't let myself get hurt easily anymore. Do you feel that, Master? It seems like I am gaining a bit more control over my hand again. It's assuring, isn't it? The way you feel my fingers gripping yours. May you grant me at least one request? Please, I want you to rest. Look, I will continue holding your hand as I try to gain more control over my arm. Just stay there and get some sleep. You have always worked too hard. Very good, my master. I promise to not let either of us get hurt again.